Hello and welcome to the Paranormal TV Podcast, a very special introductory episode where we tell you who we are and what we're about. My name is Sean. I am joined by Chloe, as I will be every week. Chloe, how the hell are you?
I'm great, thank you, Sean. How are you?
I am ecstatic. This is a very last-minute thrown-together introduction that we should have done probably a couple of weeks ago, but I think we've both been very busy.
Yes.
Me especially last week, having done an entire musical. So this is an episode where it's going to be very quick, very swift, where we're just basically introducing who we are, what the podcast is about, and maybe why we're doing it. So, Chloe, would you like to introduce yourself? Where are your beliefs in the paranormal?
Okay, so my beliefs in the paranormal is I am a believer. I mean, I'm not to the point where I'm just absolutely believing anything that anyone shows me, tells me, or talks about, but I am a believer in the paranormal. I have experienced things that I can only explain as paranormal experiences, which I hope I can share with you on this podcast. And it'd be nice to refer back to these when we're looking at different locations, different episodes, and to hear your thoughts as well. So if you're listening, anything that you've already experienced, or you can I can't speak, and you can also relate to, then you can let us know your stories, because I would love to hear them, because I'm really fascinated by the paranormal. And yeah, so it'll be exciting to hear all the different stories that we've got in store over the next few weeks. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, let's do it. You can give us those stories via the email paranormaltvpod@gmail.com or on any of our social media platforms that we're on. We're on TikTok and Instagram @paratvpod. Tell us your stories, because we always want to hear. I will probably try and debunk it, because I am a skeptic. I find it harder to believe things than Chloe does. I've never had what I would call a legitimate paranormal experience. I've had weird things happen, but things that I couldn't potentially say are definitely not real. I don't know what I just said. I think I just fell over my words, and I don't know if it made sense. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had a legitimate paranormal experience to the point where it's made me properly believe. At this point, I am going to let people know what the kind of premise of the podcast is, because I've realised that we've already talked about watching TV shows, and people might not realise what the podcast is about. So the podcast basically is where myself and Chloe, as a skeptic and a believer, will watch, dissect, discuss, debate different paranormal TV shows, or any kind of visual means. It can be a TV show, someone from like a YouTube channel like Sam and Colby, or To Investigate, or Twin Paranormal. And we will sit down, watch these investigatory TV programs, and between us make notes on what we think are the best piece of evidence, the worst piece of evidence, the scariest moment in the show, and finally the ultimate conclusion based only on the evidence given in that specific episode. Do we believe there is enough evidence there to prove that the paranormal is real?
And alongside that, we will be rating their acting skills out of 10 if it is absolutely horrendous. So as well, stay tuned for that, because some of it is interesting. Because even as a believer myself, there's some things that I'm like, wow, did you go to drama school?
Yeah, well, that's it. That I was going to say, that is assuming that there are acting-related incidents in the TV programs. I know at this point we have already recorded a couple of episodes, so look forward to potentially hearing about what we think of the acting or non-acting in the shows, as it may or may not be. Just quickly before we wrap up the intro, Chloe, I'm going to ask you a question, and I will also answer that question. This is one thing that I love to know whenever talking to people about the paranormal. How would you rate your believability on the 3 tiers, the 3 sort of subgenres of the paranormal? The ghosts, the aliens, and the cryptids. How would you rate your believability from most believable to the least believable?
So, most believable, ghosts, the paranormal. Absolutely, because I don't even think it's just seeing ghosts. I think the paranormal is sort of energy and all sorts. You can go into that detail, but that's not for today. And then next, I would say aliens, that sort of area of belief, and then cryptids, because, yeah, my views will become clear on that during the podcast. So what about you, Sean?
Yeah. I should point out also at this point that we will not only be reviewing TV shows about ghosts, we will be watching TV shows like, Search for Bigfoot, Search for the Loch Ness Monster, and things like that, like cryptid shows, and also TV shows where they discuss alien invasion and abduction and stuff. It's not just ghosts, it's all areas of the paranormal. My believability scale goes top one, number one, my most believable is aliens. This is not to say necessarily that I do definitely believe in aliens. I believe that we could possibly not be the only living beings, the only inhabited planet in this universe. With, the sheer size of the universe, the amount of planets, the amount of stars and solar systems and Milky Ways and galaxies and stuff. So it's just made me really hungry for chocolate now. And then my second on the tier is cryptids, simply because the Earth is obviously a huge, vast expanse of land. We have obviously discovered a lot of things. There is a huge amount of things also, though, that we haven't discovered yet. We've only actually been able to research and see for ourselves as humans. I say ourselves like I'm involved. I'm not like a marine biologist or anything. But we as humans have only actually journeyed to and discovered about 5% of what the ocean has to offer. So there's like 95% of like things that could be down there that we just haven't seen yet. So there could be animals that haven't yet been accepted by science. That's not me definitely saying yes, Bigfoot is real, because it's very much the opposite on that, my views. But there could be creatures as yet properly discovered by science. And when it comes to ghosts and stuff, I think largely because I've just, like I said, I've had none of my own paranormal experiences that I can legitimately say are completely unexplainable. I, at this point in my life, believe that ghosts are not improbable, but impossible. So that's where I am at the minute. So hopefully this podcast is going to be a fun little journey for us to go on, to discuss, to debate, and talk about the area in which we both love very much, but have obviously differing views.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm excited
and like I said,
to launch, and I'm excited to hear people's stories. I'm just excited for people's opinions, really, as well, of what we talk about, because I think that's what's going to be nice, is having people react to what me and Sean talk about, not just our views and that be it, because we are open to discussion, and that's what this podcast is about.
Yeah, and let us know. Leave reviews, leave ratings and stuff. Let us know, are you team Chloe or are you team Sean? Are you more on the believer side or are you more on the skeptic side? And I think that more or less rounds up the introduction.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy this journey with us, and we hope you enjoy watching the paranormal TV shows as much as we do, because we encourage people to watch along with us. We will be letting you know which TV shows we'll be watching, so you can watch it and discuss it with us in the comments or the reviews or wherever you can tell us your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Thank you very, very much for listening to this very special introduction. Chloe, do you have a takeout for us?
I'm not on the introduction. That's coming in the
Oh,
episodes.
okay. Listen to the episodes to listen to Chloe's exits, which I always look forward to.
My creative exits. Absolutely.
Whoop whoop. So yes, thanks for listening to the intro, and we'll see you in episode 1, which will be released later today, as of when this is released.
It's very exciting. So please set your reminders.
Yes, set your reminders. 7 p.m. the 13th of March, 2025. That's 7 p.m. GMT UK time. Thank you.
And we shall
goodbye.
see you shortly. Goodbye.